Hey guys, Melissa here, and I have a special vinyasa flow for you. I call this the Love Yourself Flow. So we're going to begin in easy pose. Easy pose is legs crossed, grounding down, bending your sit bones to your mat, and just settling in, wiggling it all out, and just settling in, finding your breath. Not necessarily changing it at the moment, but just feeling how it's going through your body, how the inhales and exhales are flowing. As I said, not changing anything yet with your breath. Start to find yourself on your mat, grounding down, centering. Now gently expand your inhales and your exhales. Sighing it out, just letting it go right now. Now switch your legs. So right now if you have your right leg in front or your left leg in front, switch so that the opposite leg is now in front. And again, just settle in. Feel how this feels different maybe. And really elongate those inhales in through your nose and out through your nose. You might feel like you're breathing through a straw in the back of your throat. It might sound like the ocean. It might sound really loud in your head. That's okay, that's normal. That's kind of your Ujjayi breath there. All right. Now, keeping your left leg crossed, bring your right leg over. Tucking it in as much as you can, tucking your left foot in as much as you can. So maybe that heel touches your buttocks, and then bringing that left elbow to the right knee. The right hand fingertips are going to come behind you, helping you maintain a straight spine, and you're turning into the twist, just starting to warm up the body. This is Lord of the Fishes pose. Your fingers on your left hand can be spread out, and you're breathing here, using that breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Really elongating yourself here and opening up with each breath. 2 more breaths here. And then releasing and switching your legs. So tucking that right foot really in, bringing that left foot over, bringing the right elbow to left knee, opening your hand, opening your palm, fingertips really straight, trying not to have any wrinkles in your neck. Breathing, opening with each inhale and exhale. Two more rounds of breath. And then coming back to center and releasing. We're going to come into cow face. So, tucking your left foot again up into underneath your right leg. bringing your right leg over. This may feel a little weird or awkward. Feel free to fill in the space with a blanket or a towel or your blocks. Trying to maintain your sit bones grounding into your mat. You may have this gap between your two knees. That's completely fine, completely normal. And then your hands are going to come behind. So your left hand is going to come straight behind. I'm actually going to turn to the side so you guys can see this. So you have your legs crossed over, right on top of left. The left arm is going to come straight behind your back and up. And then your right hand is going to go over. If you can't reach, you can use a towel and grab onto that. You want your right arm, you want that upper arm to be near your ear. You don't want to pull it too far back or too far forward. And you want to maintain a straight spine. This is cow face. Breathing. This is really opening up your shoulders. It's really opening up your hips. So it's okay if this is causing a lot of monkey mind. Really scattering your thoughts. Just focus on your breath. If your hands aren't clasping, that's okay. Breathing here. And then slowly releasing, bring that right arm down. And then you might have to turn your left arm a little bit to release it without it cramping. And then release your legs. Tucking the right foot under. Bringing the left leg over. And just notice for a moment how this might feel different than the other side. Making sure you're grounding down onto your sit bones. If this feels rough on your foot, your bottom foot, feel free to use a blanket or towel on your mat where your foot and your mat would touch. Again, just notice how you're feeling just with your legs. And then bringing the right arm up and back. And reaching over with the left. Again, grabbing, touching, clasping, or using a towel or a strap. You're really opening up the shoulders here, maintaining a straight, natural curve of your spine. Breathing, just letting everything open up, focusing on that breath. Again, letting that breath control your thoughts. And then slowly releasing, lifting that left arm up and down. Turning the right arm and letting it come down. And then releasing your legs. And then sweeping your legs to the side. Hands to your mat. Big toes to touch. And coming into a wide leg child's pose. Really walking those hands out in front of you. Forehead to your mat. Breathing and releasing in this child's pose. Really just relaxing everything down. Feeling everything with your breath. Deep inhales and deep exhales. Filling your belly and really letting it empty. Taking a few more rounds of breath there. Really breathing. Releasing any thoughts. And then slowly walking those hands up, using them to help you sit up. Bringing knees together. Hands back to your mat, spread wide. Push up to a down dog. If this is your first down dog of the day, pedal it out. Really stretch and breathe here, taking any movements in your down dog you need. Really pressing your hands, your palms, your fingers into your mat to press those armpits towards your thighs. Your heels do not have to touch. Really lifting your pelvic, your booty up to the sky. And then slowly walk your feet to your hands and just take a deep forward fold here, letting your belly rest on your upper legs. Bending your knees, bend in your elbows to really sink into this forward fold. And then slowly gliding your hands up and coming to stand. Finding your Tadasana. Just ground down. Close your eyes. Feel your breath move through you. Bringing hands to center. Setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's to show yourself love, show yourself gratitude, to find some peace. When you're ready, come back to Tadasana. Stepping your right foot forward and your left leg back for a lunge, and then really dropping that left knee down, putting the shoelace side of the left foot down on your mat for a really low lunge here. Settling in, walking your right foot as forward as you need to. You want this to be a nice deep runner's lunge. Hands can rest here. Really feel the stretch in your legs, maintaining natural curve in your spine. So you don't want to sink, you don't want to drop or thrust out your core. You want to maintain that core. Feel this deep lunge. And then you're going to sweep your right arm up as though you were reversing your lunge. Kind of like how we reverse our warrior. Breathing, looking up to the sky, to your ceiling if that feels okay. If it feels like it's too much of a strain, feel free to tuck your chin down and just keep gazing up while your arm goes back. Bringing your hand back down, and then curling the back toes under, stepping the foot up and turning it for warrior one. Really grounding down into that back foot, shoulders facing the front, raising your arms up. Your hands can be as though they are holding a beach ball in between them. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Breathing, really maintaining that bend, maintaining squared shoulders to the front of your mat. Hands coming to center, stepping the left foot to meet the right, Tadasana. Inhaling, bringing that right foot up, stepping it back for lunge, dropping the knee down, shoelace side of the right foot down, really finding a deep lunge on this left side. left foot forward. Again, opening up all your leg muscles here. Maintaining your core. You're not dropping in. You're maintaining here. Your hips are squared. You're breathing. You're feeling this runner's lunge. And then raising that left arm up and back to reverse the lunge. Again, you can look up at your ceiling, up towards the sky, or you can tuck the chin down. Whichever feels more comfortable for you. Breathing into this reverse lunge. Bringing hands back. Curling the back toes under. Coming up, twisting that back foot down for warrior one. Again, shoulders squared to the front of your mat. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Knee over ankle. Hands up like you're holding a beach ball. Hands coming back to center. Stepping that right foot to meet the left. Tadasana. Breathing here. Really feeling your feet ground down into your mat. You're going to step your right foot back again, pivoting both feet to face your side wall. So it's a nice wide stance. Turning your feet slightly so your toes are facing out. We're coming into goddess. So you want to tilt your pelvic so you're not spilling the water out, but you're holding the water in. So your tush is going to drop down, be more natural here. And you're going to put cactus arms up. Again, shoulders dropping from your ears, fingers spread wide, and sink down into goddess. Breathing here. Maintaining knees over ankles. So stepping it out if your knee is going too far, one way or the other. Really remember to tuck. You don't want to spill the water and stick your tush out. You want to tuck it in. Breathing. Coming up to 5-pointed star. Coming back to goddess. Coming back up to 5-pointed star. Back to goddess. Doing really good. Up to 5-pointed star. Back to goddess. Turn your feet so that they're parallel. Hands to your hips. You can step your feet out a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Natural curves in your spine. Inhale, exhale, slowly forward fold. Finding a flat back first and then folding all the way over. Hands gently coming to your mat. And just letting your head drop. Maybe some yeses and nos. And some maybe so's. And then finding stillness and breathing in this fold. Feel free to take this fold as deep as you would like. So maybe you keep stepping your feet out, bending your elbows, and letting your head just drop. Having a slight bend in your knees. You don't want to lock your knees out. Breathing. Using your hands to come up to a flat back. Relaxing your shoulders down from your ears. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and fold one more time. Bringing your hands to your hip crease and slowly coming up to your flat back. Slowly making your way back all the way up. Taking a moment here. Pivoting your feet back up. Stepping them together, finding your Tadasana. Breathing nice and easy here. And then we're going to come down into Goddess Squat. This is garland pose. So your toes are going to face out. And you're really sinking in here. Breathing. Letting everything finish opening up in your hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming up to a narrow 5-pointed star. Hands coming back to center. Stepping your left foot back. Pivoting your right foot. So now you're facing the opposite wall. Finding Goddess on this side. Goddess arms, cactus arms. Making sure that your pelvis is tilted. Holding the water in. Coming down into your Goddess squat. Hands coming down. Coming down to a flat back. Moving your left hand to your right knee and twisting. Breathing. Coming back to center. Right hand to left knee and twisting. Coming back to center. Flat back. Coming up to Goddess. To 5-pointed star. To Goddess. 5-pointed star. Goddess. 5-pointed star. Turning your feet back towards the front of your mat. Stepping feet together. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Just release here. Option to take ragdoll, clasping opposite elbows. Bend in your knees. Or just take a regular forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Tucking your tush down. Bending onto yourself. Giving yourself a hug. And then slowly releasing to a seated position on your mat. Feet together. Bound angles. So go ahead and take your hands, clasp them, and put them under your toes. Roll your shoulders down from your ears and breathe. Take just a few more moments here. Bring your feet back up. and release, bound angle. Tuck your left foot under your right leg. You're going to take your right foot and lift it up like you're cradling. So you want to kind of have your shin parallel with your chest. And just hold this here. You want to ground down in your sit bones so you don't fall backwards or forwards. Flexing the foot. Few more rounds of breath here. Release and switch. So right foot comes under, left leg comes up. You're tucking the arch of the foot into your arm, maintaining natural spine, flexing the foot. If you can't get it all the way up, that's perfectly fine. Just take it where you can take the pose. This is your practice. Breathing here just a few more moments. And then releasing. Coming back into garland pose. Breathing. Some modifications for garland. You can stick a block underneath. You can roll up a pillow or blanket, towels. Whatever you need to make this pose more comfortable for you. Release, coming back down, all the way down. Feet on your mat, hands out by your side for boat. We're going to do a variation of boat. So just raise onto your heels, sinking onto your sit bones, and just leaning back. You're going to start to feel this the mid part of your core. Breathing here. When you're ready, lifting one foot, then the other. Straightening those legs. And slowly coming all the way down. Bringing your right leg in for a hug, and then bringing it over the left leg, shoulders staying down on the ground for a supine twist. Looking over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. Releasing the right leg, bringing the left leg in for a hug, and then bringing that left leg over your right leg, supine twist on this side. Again, shoulders on the ground, looking over your left side. Coming back to center, bringing both legs in for a hug. And then finding a happy baby of your choice. So you can grab the outside of your feet and just take it as a straddle, or knees can bend into the arms. You can move back and forth. You can grab the inside of your feet. And again, finding small movement back and forth. Or you can just take a wide straddle, grabbing your toes. Breathing. Bring your feet back together. Letting go. Letting them be raised. Taking waterfall. Letting your nervous system and circulatory system reset. Option to put a pillow or a block up against your tush to help maintain your legs. Taking about a total of 15 breaths through here. That really helps to reset your body for whatever you have going on. And then slowly bringing your knees back in. Giving yourself one more hug. And then releasing and taking up as much space as you want for Shavasana. So really just letting your body become heavy on your mat. Letting your legs flop down to either side. Your feet flopping to either side. Just really finding a comfortable position for your resting pose. Shavasana is truly the most important pose of your practice. When you're ready, start to find some small movements in your toes and fingers, hands and feet, ankles and wrists. Start to find awareness in your lower legs, your knees, upper legs. Deepen your breath and find awareness in your lower arms, your elbows, your upper arms. Begin to bring awareness to your hips and shoulders. Bring awareness to your belly, rib cage, back body, your spine. Bring awareness to your throat, your neck. Feel all 5 senses reawakening to your surroundings. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes, and take a full body stretch. Bring your knees in, wrap your arms around you. One final hug, giving yourself self-love, gratitude, strength. When you're ready, rolling over to either side, cradling your head, taking these last few moments just for you. When you're ready, and only when you are ready, slowly make your way to a seated position on your mat, your eyes gently closed, your hands resting in your lap. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to center. I want to thank you for joining me on your mat for this self-love practice. The light in me honors and shines for the light in all of you. Namaste.